A West Australian man accused of restraining 3 children with cable ties after he found them swimming in a pool at a vacant property in the Kimberley has faced court today. So let's cross to the region now and Broome Advertiser reporter Katia Minns. Katia, what happened in court today?
Well, we saw 45-year-old tradesman Mate Redelic appear before Broome Magistrates Court, and he was charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault for an incident that occurred in Cable Beach where he allegedly cable-tied 3 young children.
Yeah, right. And what happened in the courtroom?
The courtroom was pretty calm. There was a few police presence, but mostly media presence. There was no protesters outside the courtroom, and he was the first one on, and that was about it. It was a very short hearing. He said that he understood his charges and was adjourned for 5 weeks.
Yeah, right. So no plea today?
No plea today, no.
Yeah, right. So this case, of course, has gained national prominence after a video appearing to show 2 of the kids being restrained and crying with their wrists tied was streamed live on social media. What has been the response to the case locally in Broome?
There's been quite a heated debate in Broome by locals regarding vigilantism and community safety. As you know, Broome has been subjected to high rates of youth crime and have argued that the kids were trespassing on property that has allegedly been broken into multiple times. But at the end of the day, I think that the community is able to recognise these kids are very, very young and were simply going for a swim on a very hot day in Broome. But that the way in which this was handled is quite disproportionate.
And it's going before the court, so we'll see how the prosecution proceeds from here. You mentioned protests. Are local police worried about how the case will be received in town? We've seen examples in the past of pretty heated reactions from the public in towns around Australia when controversial court cases emerge.
We have. Today, I think that the police were initially a bit worried when it happened. The immediate response from the public was obviously outrage, and people in Broome were able to identify the residents of where it happened. But police were patrolling the area in case it was subjected to vandalism. But since then, the community has been relatively calm. What I predict is that there may be a bit of backlash from the outcome of the case. Otherwise, there hasn't been any riots. I believe that there were riot squads sent up when it initially happened, but there wasn't any protests today. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and Mr. Redelic is due to reappear in court up there on April 29. Katia Minns from the Broome Advertiser, thanks for joining me on the Nightly 5.
Thanks, Ben.